Hey guys, it's Simon from Vanguard bringing you a deck profile on Phantom Blaster Dragon Gust Blaster deck. I think this deck is very underlooked because Modern Phantom you have to go in second deck, while this deck you can go first and second, you're fine. Because Modern Phantom you need your opponent to be on grade 3 to pretty much do anything. So that's why I switched into Gust Blaster. So I've been playing this deck for a long time now, and I feel like this deck is really not strong, but it's got some feel to it. But I feel like with the new addition to Final Blaster Overlord that's coming out soon, that this deck is going to be even better. So obviously I play my Quick Shield, the Final Blaster Dragon number card, and then I play my Force Markers, obviously. Most of the time you're going to go Force 1, but you can go Force 2 if you want to kill your opponents faster. Okay, so let's go. I play 4 copies of Gust Blaster Dragon. So Gust Blaster Dragon's skill is, when it attacks, you can Card Blast 1, retire 2, draw 1 card, and your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and retires it, and then this unit gains 10,000. So you don't have to use the Force Marker on itself, because it can swing for 23 by itself. Okay, second ability is, when your rear guard is retired, if this is in your soul, has a grade 3, with Blaster in its name, it gains 1 critical. So having this as its you can re-ride like this, or you can have Final Blaster Dragon, and as long as you've got a Blaster grade 3 in the soul, this can gain a double crit. So obviously this card is basically you want to ride something else first, and then you ride this second. So it's a little bit slow, but I quite like this card because you can one-hit KO your opponent in the face. Okay, next. I only play 3 copies of Final Blaster Dragon. Final Blaster Dragon is Card Blast 1. And retire 3 rear guards, and then your opponent chooses 3 rear guards to retire, and then this gains 15k in a crit. So normally this is your first ride because you want to put the crit pressure. And normally this deck loses to Protect Clans, because Protect does perfect guard your Final Blaster Dragon. But now with the addition of Gust Blaster, it's pretty hard to keep perfect guarding every turn. With Fire Blaster Dragon, you've got you can use this first ride. Okay, so it's got first turn of skill if your opponent has 4 or less cards in the damage zone, and they have no rear guards. You can Soul Blast 1, grade 3, and then you hit your opponent for a damage. This is just an additional skill. It's not the main skill. The main skill is to retire 3 of your opponent's rear guards. Against Narukami, this card's amazing because you're just shutting down, like, this card is basically an anti-Axel deck. Okay, so I do play 1 copy of Dark Mage Bahaka. So Bahaka is Soul Blast 1. Look at the top card of my deck, and then I can either call it to the field and give it 5k, or it'll go to the drop zone. And then at the end of the turn, it dies. Okay, so this is really good to combo really well with Gust Blaster, because I need to retire 2, and Final Blaster the Dragon, because I need to retire 3. So I call the top card of the deck, call this to rear guard, Soul Blast, call the top card of the deck, and then use these 2 skills to it. So it's just sacrifice fodder. So I do play 1 copy of that. Next, the Avatar of Darkness, 4 copies of Blaster Dark. If you're playing Shadow Paladin and you're not playing Blaster Dark, you're not really playing Shadow Paladin. You're playing Claret Sword. Okay, so when this plays, Card Blast 1, and your opponent chooses 1 rear guard to retire. This card's really good because if your opponent is rushing you, you can force your opponent to retire one of their units. And then act once per turn, so you can't spam this. If your opponent has no rear guards, you can discard 1 card, and this card gains Twin Drive on Vanguard. So this card's really nice to have that Twin Drive. Most of the time, your opponent is not going to call anything. And if they do, they might at least call 1 card. Use Blaster Dark to Cat Blast 1. Snipe that rear guard, and then you got that Twin Drive ready. Next, one of my favourite cards in the Shadow Paladin deck. 4 copies of Darkness Maiden Maka. Once per turn, Cat Blast 1. And call 1 grade 1 from hand. And then draw a card, and then this unit gains 5k. So it's like a 15k. It gives you a +1 for basically for drawing, for calling a unit. So you call this Cat Blast 1, call the grey 1, draw a card, and then this gains 5k. So this gains 15, and you get to +1. So it's pretty good. Okay, so I play 4 copies. Next, I play 2 copies of this new card, Morant Spear Dragon. Once per turn, Soul Blast, and then discard a card from your hand, and then draw a card, and this gains 5k. If you discard a grade 1, it gains 10k. So you can either have this as 15k attacker or 20k attacker. But I do prefer Maka at the moment because I do like, basically I like the art of the Maka. But if you would like to play more copies of the Morant Speed Dragon, you can play 4 and then 2 Maka if you like. But at the moment, I like Maka. Okay, and then 1 tech of the Darkborn Trumpeter. So it's got 2 skills. It's when placed, Counterblast 1, search your deck for a unit with 5,000 and call it in rest, then shuffle your deck. So mainly your targets are Lemon and Swordbreaker. So these 2 are your main targets. Okay, and then second ability, when your 5k rear guard is placed, this unit gains 3k. So it's only got 9k, so you can make it 13. No, 12, sorry. You can make it 12. You can hit over force decks. So it's a 12k attacker, and you get to call their main. It's got Vanguard and Rearguard skill, so it's quite good, but you only need 1 copy. You don't want to play anymore. Next, 4 of the MVP of the deck. Skull Witch Nemen. Act, rest this unit, search your deck for a 5k, call it to Rearguard, shuffle your deck. So you can only use this effect once per turn. You can't use 2 Nemen. So if you've got 2 of these in hand, you can't use this effect. You can't use the second effect. You have to go tap, call, and then you can't use Nemen again. Basically, that's what it's saying. Okay, next. 4 copies of this new edition. This is Branwyn. So it's continuous. If I have 3 grade 1s in the drop zone, gains 5k. So obviously I want to fuel drop zone, and this gives it 5k. Auto, when placed, Vanguard or Rearguard, check top 5 for a grade 3, and then add it to your hand, and then discard. And if you don't see a grade 3, you just shuffle your deck. So it's really, really good, because you mainly want to search the two dragons. Okay, next, I only play 3 copies of Blackwing Swordbreaker because it's searchable. Basically, when placed, Counterblast 1, draw a card, and if it's placed from hand, gains 5k, so it becomes 10k. So if I do have this in hand and I've got 1 Counterblast spare, I do call it out to swing early 10k. Next, 3 Black Sage Charon. When placed by an ability of a card, so from hand or deck, you could Soul Blast to countercharge 1, and this unit gains 3k. So this becomes 11k booster or attacker, and then you can countercharge. So this deck is quite Counterblast heavy, so you've got the Charon to countercharge for you. Okay, next, 1 copy Full Bow, starting Vanguard. 4 Grim Revenger, so we're playing 8 crits because you do want to kill your opponent fast, because you are playing a crit deck. And then we play 4 copies of Maclear because Maclear is Perfect Guard, draw PGs, and then 4 20k shield heals. Okay, so that has been the deck profile of Phantom Blaster Dragon / Gust Blaster. Give me some comments, give me some, just let me know what would you change. Let me know if you like the deck. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.